Thank you. Thank you. Woo. We're going to have fun tonight. Let me first say we thank and praise God that we've all made it here safely today. I pray to God that your return and my return will be equally as safe. Let us quiet our spirit and say thanks to the ancestors See, when we talk about ancestors, we seem to think we're talking about the folks that society said did something, but we're talking about the winos. Because you see, you don't know if I'm a true wino because I'm just a little rascal, or did a white racist system. So y'all be playing games. White folk got y'all acting like it's something wrong with you if you blame anything that's wrong with you on them. I blame everything on them. That's right. Now, I know white folk didn't do it all, but most of it. I woke up this morning with a hemorrhoid. I said, white folk did it. They keep saying, oh, we got to stop playing the victim. Well, tell the Christian church, 2,000 years you've been telling me what they did to Jesus. Huh? 2,000 years, every Easter you tell me what they did to Jesus. But then you're going to tell me when I tell you what a white racist system did to me. And I just hope I will be Obama piece. Oh, this is going to be fun. Ooh. Oh, if that brother fixed this economy, they will call him black magic. If he don't fix the economy, get that nigger out the White House. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. The boy, I really want to believe the boy smart. No. To let somebody give you a old raggedy, broke down, evil, hateful, ungodly, unspiritual system like this, you got to be a fool. You hear me? I mean, please. He called me and asked me, what must he do? I said, ask for a recount. Wait a minute. I want to find somebody that don't work, because you working folks, y'all miss most of it. They be running all kinds of stuff on TV while y'all be at work. Have y'all seen them white men on TV that you ain't never seen before? With that scary look on their face? Huh? Did y'all see them dogging out the chairman of General Motors? Huh? Now, I kind of feel sorry for the Congress folks and Maxine Waters and them, because they still white boys. Yep, if you make them mad, your car will never start. Somewhere. And y'all got to see, you have to, if we get nothing out of this, just try to listen to your third consciousness. And then try to go back to, there is a God. I don't know what they call it, I thought it was called God till they started calling the mafia Godfather. And I said, I want no part of that. Must be another name. You know what I'm saying? Can you be in a Christian society, they call the mafia slimy, thug, ungodly, Godfather, and nobody say nothing? You know what I'm saying? Stand up, I'm going to show you something. So hold one finger up in the air. Now, in the beginning, there was one person, right? Named what? God. No, I'm talking about, I'm talking about Adam. Right? And then Adam said to God, I am what? And that's where they got us. You should have said right there, how can you be lonely, boy, when ain't nobody here but you? Now after that, you understand what I'm saying? Once you let me get by with that, there's nobody on the planet but you. How can you be lonely? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so, let's buy into it just for fun. Okay, so he sent him a woman. Named what? Eve. Eve. Huh? Now how many people on the planet? 2, right? And they had 2 children, Cain and what? All right. How many you got? Come on, come on. Come on. Did you go to special school or something? I mean, did a bus come by your house and pick you up while all the other children was walking? So now you got 4. Yeah. That's what you get for sitting on the front. Did everybody tell you to come down here? Oh, you got 4 now, right? And one son did what to the other one? So now you got 3. Now follow this now. Follow this. It's 3 people. And then say he went out and begot him a what? Ain't nobody there but mom. Thank you, brother. Now you see where MF come from? And they won't make us think that was you. Ain't but 3 people. The boy, mom, and dad, and he go get him a wife. He can snatch Pop's thing. Huh? The boy clever. He didn't just get like that. Say, I'm going to kill your Jesus on Friday, and you going to call it a good day, and he might say, Good Friday. That's what we got to start unwinding. And you don't have to debate with nobody. The day you was born, all the writings on the planet, just one thing, wisdom. Wisdom, that's all. I don't care if you read the Muslim book, the Hindu book, the Chinese book, it talks about, and they had great wisdom. Then this white boy came, and created intelligence and smart. So he can grade it and create the test. I have wisdom. I know when I want to pee. That's why I wasn't there when they called me. I didn't have to take no test. I didn't have to register when I got to town. Wisdom would tell you when you have to pee. You hear me? We born knowing that. But they're going to say, you dumb if you can't do this here, and you smart if you can. But I know when to pee. I know when to pee. You got 5 PhDs. I haven't finished grade school, but I know when to pee. It's a game. Great wisdom. And if this boy could grade wisdom, he'd build a pyramid. This is a game. And all we got to do is stop worrying about dinner and I'm going to get me something to eat. Although something out there smell good. You know what I'm saying? This is, and I hope, you know there's somebody on another planet. You know all these white folks ain't lying. They keep saying, I saw, it landed. I said, why you shoot it? Say I did, but it kept coming. You see, this white boy don't know what to do if he can't shoot it. That's why he can't get this economy straight, because he can't shoot it. You know what I'm saying? Forget about racism and prejudice and segregation. It's about white supremacy. And most white folks don't understand that. It's about white supremacy. That's what got Bill Cosby in trouble. Yeah, I know Bill, the guy who wrote stuff. I taught Ed Weinberg how to write. When you see the Bill Cosby created by Ed Weinberg, I got that little punk when he didn't even know how to write. And you youngsters, you see the comedians and all that? No. Work to be writers. If Bill Cosby made $1 billion, which he had, Ed Weinberg has made 20. Huh? The money is in writing. Huh? You hear me? And so when you stop and think about Bill Cosby, I'm going to show you white supremacy. Bill Cosby said, you know who owns the NBC? General Electric. Huh? General Electric. So Bill Cosby said NBC was for sale. Bill Cosby said, I want to buy NBC. He said, what that nigga say? See, when you understand white supremacy, huh? Certain things that you can't have. Huh? Now think about what they did to Bill. Bill was a good brother. I mean, white folks loved him. They had their children all up on his neck eating tapioca out his ears. Remember? And he was just as silly there. I could car. Huh? And they even said he's America's dad. Huh? Until he said he wanted to buy NBC. They killed his son. Wait a minute. How do you kill my son? And I can't get no more Jell-O commercials. See what wisdom will do? No, don't do that. Don't frown. Just take it. Take it in. You know what I mean? That's why you women can't you can't catch child molesters here. Too emotional. You see? Say like I'm your brother, right? And you have 3 daughters, and I'm fooling with one of them 6 years old. You know what I mean? And now your daughter come and tell you that I'm touching her. What happens to your face? And then she thinks she did something wrong, and you can never catch me. Y'all got to get rid of all that old emotion. She's looking at you, huh? And she thinks she look at you. What you need to do is leave the room and go somewhere and holler and scream and then come back and don't deal with it today. You're more than a mother. You got to be a cop. You got to be a teacher. You got to be a lawyer. You got to be, hear me? And the reason the white boy ain't worried about y'all too emotional. Huh? Act like you did something wrong. Want to be, you know. If Obama called me tonight and said, what's the first thing he should do when he get in the White House? I say, dig up that rose garden and plant a watermelon patch. Somewhere. Somewhere. Think about that. Somewhere. Wisdom. Bill Cosby's son had a flat tire. You remember that? Right. Now, back in the old days, during the cowboy days, me and you be out there and catch a stagecoach coming by and rob them. But we're on the highway waiting on a car. We started there waiting on a car to break down on the highway. Huh? So that don't even make sense. A car, we robbing cars. You skyjack a car at the filling station at the corner, not on the highway, huh? And so he calls this white woman. And she grew up in a miniskirt. Y'all remember the story? Huh? High heel shoes and a mink coat to help her brother change her tire. And that Mercedes that he had is one of the top of the line. Most folks never heard of it. You get a flat, you punch a button, the tire changes itself. And they said, well, it wasn't robbery, remember? He had $6,000 cash, huh? All his credit cards, cell phone. Then they arrest this Russian immigrant 9 months later and say he robbed him. And we checked the Russian out. He was in Mexico City that night. But this is how they do. Huh? They just run all kind of game down and you listening to their mechanism. How many of y'all know they say I had the worst form of cancer you could have? Anybody remember that? Huh? And you know what I did though? I asked him, how you know? You know, how you know? He said, they don't know when you challenge them. Then he come up with all this, and then I dogged him. I said, I've been waiting for you all my life. He said, what do you mean? I said, I know who you are. I ain't gonna tell nobody. He said, well, I'm Dr. So-and-so. He ran all these degrees. I said, I know you, Jesus. Oh, the white boy went off. I'm not Jesus. I'm not going to tell. I know you, Jesus. Heal me. You ever talk to television? How many of y'all know they hear everything you say and they see everything in your house? How many of y'all know that? That's right, so just talk back to it. Huh? Talk back to it. You know, you fly on airplanes. Now, if you and I were terrorists, and we're gonna hook up something on the plane, now you know we're not gonna get on the plane with the bomb, right? So you have a piece, and I'll have a piece, right? So we're on the plane. Where's the best place to assemble it? In the bathroom, right? So you think when you get on the plane and go to the bathroom, cameras ain't there looking at you? So when I go, you know what I'm saying? Do you believe a nation that spends trillions of dollars for defense can let some little Arab 19-year-old punks that ain't never been to college come here and bring us to a knee? Are you really that stupid? Huh? See, that's what happened when I switched it from wisdom to intelligence. You know what I'm saying? You saw that plane hit that building, didn't you? You also saw him land on the moon, didn't you? And you saw that flag blowing? There is no air on the moon. How many of y'all know that? There's no air. The flag can't blow. Huh? You know what I'm saying? You saw that white boy with Armstrong when he hit that dust and that dust flew up and came back down? There's no gravity on the moon. If it go up, it'll keep going. Huh? You understand? You saw the shadows on the moon? The moon is a black planet. When you look up there, that's the reflection from the sun. Huh? That's what you're looking at. So the boy been tricking. And so when you stop and think about, you know, and then you got to ask questions. I used to be scared to ask my mother questions because she was this kind, but she was one of them ignorant Christians. Because I believed, I did everything my mama told me to do. I'm looking, I'm reading the Bible, and it says here that Christ came down to die for my sins. I can handle that. And then when I get to the next one, I see where it says, Father, Father, why have you forsaken me? That sounds like somebody trying to get away, don't it?
Yes, absolutely. That's right.
Now, I didn't write that. You understand what I'm saying? So, If my mother was here, you cannot find a more beautiful, kind, sweet person than my mother. And she could come back to life, and she was here now. She's so kind, she make Martin Luther King look like a hoodlum. But if you told my mother Jesus Christ wasn't a Christian, she would stomp you to death. Well, my mother was so ignorant, she didn't know Christianity never started till 100 years after he was dead, and they never wrote one thing about Jesus until 100 years after. She didn't even know his brother James was killed the same way he was, and that's who raised me. It's a game. And if you just use the wisdom. If I ask you for $1, I know you'd give it to me, right? Girlfriend, you didn't hear what I said about the white folks, did you? I was just playing. I know you're going to send one, Lord. So, Miss Lady, I just asked him for $1. So we got a white witness, so. No, don't pull it out just because you didn't pull it out before she got here. Now you going all in your pocket now. I asked you for $1 20 minutes ago. Now you go, yeah, I'll give it to you, let her see it. But here's what I'm saying. I asked you for $1, and you have $1 to give me. Now, if I keep asking you for $1, then there's something wrong with me. I know you got $1, and I know if I ask you for it, you're going to give it to me, right? So if you pray to God who has the power to heal your child, one time, and every time you pray more than once, you say, I don't believe it. You never ask for nothing but one time, and after that, you in the mood of thanksgiving. Thank you. Now, I can stand here all night and say, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. But I can't ask again. Huh? It's a game. So when they told me I canceled my son that went to Oregon State, and I said, man, we need somebody in the family that knows something about the body. So he went to become a chiropractor, right? So I've had these hernias, man. I got rid of them now, but I had them, and he was checking them out. And he said, the x-ray machine don't work. See, there is no such thing as negativity with the universe. Huh? You walk out here tonight and your car is gone or flat. That's the universe saying, I want to get you off this accident that's waiting for you down there. Huh? You know how, I'm on planes every day. You know how out of the grace of God you got to be to get on a plane that's going to wreck? I woke up this morning, I could have fell out the bed and broke my leg, huh? I could have been hit by a cab. You know what I'm saying? There's 10,000 things could happen to me on the way to the airport to get me off this wreck. Huh? So, he take the, don't work. He said, well, let me give you MRI. It don't cost nothing. He'll give me MRI, and naturally he's looking here for the hernias. Huh? 2 weeks later, the people who make the machine and service the hospital come to, I understand you had a celebrity in here. Can we see the pictures? So they looking at the whole picture, and they see the cancer. And they call my son. Dad, you got to get over here quick. What's wrong, son? So I go over and say, Dad. I say, son, look, when I walked in here 2 weeks ago, I just walked 10 miles that morning. So whatever it is, it hadn't been there long. Huh? So send it to John Hopkins. They got all kind of machines over here. They got some dirty machines, too. That's why y'all in Baltimore are so sick. They do stuff here that Hitler wouldn't have been ashamed of. Black men in Baltimore has the highest form of drug addiction. This little video, pissy ass town. And y'all got more drug addiction in New York and Chicago. Come on, man, what they doing down there? Huh? You know what I'm saying? When I come to Baltimore, I look, every time I take 3 steps, I look around. I went back there to the toilet just now, flushed the chain is flushed up. You know what I'm saying? Earlier I went in there, and I went to the toilet and walked to the tree and zipped my pants down and said, nigga, you don't need to pee. And so my friend said, we use everything we have here. We don't know what this is. So you don't panic. Huh? So my son said, what are we going to do? I said, change my name and send it to the Armed Force Institute of Pathology. No, they know. Huh? Because if they put my name on it, they said, oh, we just misread it. Wasn't nothing wrong. I said, Jesus, this is not only cancer, it's the worst. It's the type of cancer you get working in a nuclear plant. Now, when is the last time I've been in a nuclear plant? And who owns nuclear plants? And if I've never been in a nuclear plant and the government owns nuclear plant, it's obvious the nuclear plant came to me. So I said to my son, I said, Christian, don't show this to your mother until after your sister get married, because no lady can be a little, you know. So after the wedding was over, I showed her the report, right? And she looked at it, she said, how can they do this to you? I tell her about them emotions. I said, baby, if you think I'm leaving this booty back here for your high school sweetheart, you are out of your mind. I ain't going nowhere. So you wipe your eyes and get on out of here and come back with that smile on your face like you know I ain't going nowhere. You know, you run out of here. That's why I thought you looking at the insurance policy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And you come on back in here with another, you know, I'm packing up my stuff, getting out of here. But she's a little frank, you know, born with a little taste of money. Ain't no black folk rich. That's a myth. Nice education. I met at the University of Chicago. She thought I was a professor there. You know, and white folks, you know, way back there, when I was looking for me a bike to steal. And she passed by. And she said, you teach here? I said, yeah. That's how we hooked up, man. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to explain to her, you know, about emotions. Biggest problem we had when we first got married, she couldn't handle debt. She had been used to it. Huh? When are we going to pay Sears and Roebuck? If you act like we got some money, we don't have no money. And when I get some money, Sears and Roebuck is not my first priority. What do you mean by that? They knew I wasn't going to pay for this stuff when I got it. Huh? On the back of the application, they said, who's going to pay for this? I said, your mama. I walked in the house 2 weeks later. I thought Molly had a nervous breakdown. She said, they did it, baby. They did it. They did it. I said, what's wrong? Here's the letter from Sears and Roebuck. Final notice. Let me see it, baby. Final notice. Thank God we won't be hearing from them no more. My old silly brother called me. Used to be rich. Worked for Enron. He called me the other day. Things is bad. He's about to repossess my car. What must I do? Don't park in front of the house. Y'all be so worried. Come on. Mess up your credit score. Huh? And I know black folks ain't got no money. Ain't got no credit. Worried about their credit score. Huh? Mine's so messed up. Do you know what your credit score is? 800? 700? 600? Oh, you need a cosigner. Oh. You would need a cosigner at the dollar shop, yeah? Yes. I know you fine, but I mean, you can't get nothing. I get anything I want. How do I do it? Mine is a negative 3,000. And them white folk think they machines are messed up. And they say, oh, Mr. Gregory, we're so sorry. Something must have happened. Let's go through the store and get anything you want. We'll work this out tomorrow. I buy stuff for black folks I don't even like. You see me? You serious? You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing. Huh? Here's what I told my wife one time. My wife never drove a car, never had a drink, never had a taste. A drink is one thing. You ever had a taste? That taste is something else. A drink is no Christian drink, but a taste. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Your first one, you know, things come over, ugly people start looking pretty to you. You know what I'm saying? You be smiling and just I want to speak to everybody. You know, that's what happened to my old lady, man. I took her up to the Ritz-Carlton in Boston. And you've been in the restaurant where they bring you a wine list, look like a dictionary. So I said, Rothschild 1948. And y'all know anything about wine in here, y'all? Anybody?
Richard.
Oh, Richard, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that get to you quick. You know, I'm talking about that expensive stuff. You can't do your mortgage and, you know what I mean? But Thunderbird, cool, man. Thunderbird. Mm. Sometimes Thunderbird make boys look like women, though. So be very careful with that Thunderbird, yeah. So don't be looking, I'm not talking to him. I haven't finished with you yet. So my old lady, she said, why were them white folks looking at us? I said, the wine. So I don't know nothing about wine. I just know the price. And so I said, well, it's a bottle of Rothschild 1948. He said, why did I say, look at it? $6,700. That was 30 years ago. 35, huh? That's why they're looking. They'd have looked even harder if they knew I wasn't going to pay for it. So my old lady, this little cool lady, the good wine, that wine you talking about, sweet, man. That good wine, man, is dry. So I put a little sugar in it. Made it like, she get down, and first time she was drinking down, can we get another bottle? Yeah, we get another bottle. Now the police come up. How you doing, Greg? Mm-hmm. So now we home, on the way home. And that's when that giddiness came over. Greg, let's make a deal. If I die for you or you die for me, we ain't gonna see nobody else. I said, you better try to get that arrangement while we're alive. Serious? I'm planning on bringing somebody to the funeral. I mean, do you understand? Death is over. She's talking about respect the dead. If you ever learn to respect the living, the dead might not die. The games. I've been married 50 years and love ain't got nothing to do with it. My old lady told me when we first got married, if you ever leave me, I will hurt you. Sister, hurt will keep a brother home for a long time. And then when you make big money, there's another word that'll keep you home that Michael Jordan just found out about called half. In 50 years, and love ain't got nothing to do with it. I love you, baby. If I can't have you, ain't nobody gonna have you. There's something wrong with that, right? That's love. Once you learn to be lovable, then I'm safe with you and you're safe with me. Just that simple. Just that simple. And black men, if we ever wake up, the strongest two forces in the history of America has always been the black woman and the black church. Hmm? Hmm? The black woman in the black church. Hmm? I really went outside. I was looking for Jesse Jackson. I heard he's going to be around here. And after he told Obama he's going to cut his nuts out, I keep me some nuts in case I bump into Jesse. I just give him the nuts, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look at him, baby. See what they say? Look here. See what they say? Extra what? Extra large nuts, huh? Well, he be hell tonight on the way home, right? When you use wisdom, when Jesse said, y'all saw it, eh? Cut his nuts out. Black men don't say nuts, they say balls. Huh? Something wrong with that. Hmm? Have you got some kind of machine that you can make stuff come out my mouth that I didn't say?
Yeah, they do.
You hear me? You hear me? Black men don't say nuts. And speaking of nuts, that's when you know how smart, wise God is. Because I was thinking one day, if God came to me and said, Richard, see, God would never call you Dick. If God called you Dick, that's serious. Said, Richard, I have just made a man. And I put it all together except one. I got his nuts here. Balls, God, not balls. And I know you got a brilliant mind, and I just want you to put them where you think they should be. Now, I never would have dawned on me where to put them. I never would have put them there. You know what I mean? Look, see, if I was sitting in one of them bar stools and I jumped up boom, and come down, where'd they go? You never heard nobody say, I'll kick you in your nuts. Where'd they go? Huh? People commit all types of suicide, never in the nuts. Men freeze, they go to the Alps, and white folks go up there climbing and freeze to death. Nuts still intact. Hmm? You know what I'm saying? So all you have to do is just... I remember a white friend of mine, on my 9th child, and the guy said, well, isn't that a wonderful experience to go to the hospital when they're born? I said, I never went. What do you mean? That's what I said, I never went to the hospital. You have any children? Yeah. Did you go to the hospital? Yeah, I was there. Did he look? Did I look? No, he didn't look. Well, you don't know how lucky you are, man. See, when I said I was in, my old lady's so cool, she said, don't come. I said, white folks go, I'm going to go. So I should have known something was wrong when the University of Chicago told me I had to go to birthing classes, and I didn't go to no classes to make that baby. So I went along with it. Now, she can tell you, if you didn't see, until you young girls, whenever you get ready to have a baby, don't put them old curls in your head and none of that makeup, because all that come out. Oh, no. You know what I'm saying? That makeup just melts down, them little curls just fall out, and it's you and God. And I'm sitting there. Let me tell you what you miss, man. I'm there. She said, Greg, I think it's coming. And I got back, and that thing opened up, looked like Kansas City so big. And the first thing I do, I'm thinking about that big black hole that I might get sucked up in, so and she gets scared. She think I saw the baby, and the baby might be deformed. She said, Greg, it's a baby around. I ain't see no baby. Greg, tell me the truth. I said, I ain't see no baby. Say, what did you see? You don't want to know. It was awful. I thought something had happened. You know, sometimes women go, so I didn't know. I thought something had happened. I said, baby, how you feel? She said, you can tell me the truth. You know you don't feel it. That thing. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? 2 days later, when that thing snapped back tighter than the E key on a banjo, I said, yes, there is a God. Only God, huh? Boom! I remember a Baptist minister came up to me and said, brother, you're really spiritual. I heard you on TV. Will you come to my church Sunday and explain to my congregation how you found God? I said, you do not want to know this story. The black woman in the black church. You can laugh at the black church if you want. Hmm? Black preachers, they can be fat, you know, always eating. Most of them didn't go to college, they were just called. You can't be a nun or a priest without graduating from college. Hmm? Hmm? My biggest mystery about the Catholic Church, I ain't never seen a fat nun or a fat priest. Only the Pope be fat. Hmm? You ever seen a fat nun or a fat priest? All of them been to college. They all speak good English. My preacher ain't never been nowhere. Just hooping and hollering and sweating. And you look at my preacher sweating and hollering and screaming and talking in tongues, and look at that priest and nun over there looks so immaculate. But my priest never ripped off a little boy's booty. And the Catholic priest had. Huh? 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 That's why you can't judge nothing. Huh? And them Catholics can pray. Oh, they can pray. They be ripping off them little boys, and you notice they didn't report it till they was real old. Huh? That's prayer. Priest ripping off that little boy and said, God, I know what I'm doing ain't right. I'm not asking you to forgive me. Just fix it so he won't remember till he get real old. And it worked. The guy 90 years old walking down the street with his wife and say, ah! She said, what's wrong? Father O'Malley ripped me off. When? In 1904. I mean, when Hollywood came up, out of all the music, black folks, the genius we create, Hollywood saw fit to find one song that deserved Academy Award, It's Hard Out Here Being a Pimp. So I wrote my song and sent it to the Vatican, to the Pope. Said, it's hard out here being a pedophile priest. Especially since the altar boy and called the police. Now you're going to jail where the brothers don't use no grease. And so I'm 76, and if I could just be young once, I ain't never want to be. I thought old black men were so cool, you know. But I would like to be back in high school. Every time you pick up the paper, you're reading where teachers and have sex with the students. Whew, if I had teachers like that when I was in school, I would have had a perfect attendance record. I can just see my mama now. Boy, well, where are you going out of here on Christmas morning with them books? I'm going to school, Mama. Why are you going to school on Christmas Day? Oh, I'm getting a little behind in my class. Can you show you how messed up the planet is? When I was in school, everybody knew what man teachers was having sex with the girls. And none of them went to jail. Now, every time they catch a woman, she go to jail. Ain't something wrong with that? The games. So, if we ever find out who you all are, you're the mother of the earth. You are. And between that combination, the black woman in the back, Jesse Jackson, he don't know who his daddy is. Mama, no education. And Jesse got one of the fine minds, one of the most respected people on the planet. What's the combination? Black woman, black church. The black dude that's governor of Massachusetts, Deval Patrick. He was born in Chicago, Robert Taylor Home, housing project, home welfare. Lived in the house with his 2 other brothers and sisters and his mother and grandmother. They had 1 bunk bed, 3 children. Every third day, 1 slept on the floor. Huh? He ends up going to Harvard Law School, was so brilliant, Exxon Mobil, one of the major companies in the world, brought him in and put him over their legal department. Not in it, over it. And then Clinton, made him U.S. attorney in Massachusetts, all-white state, and now he's governor of all-white state. What's the combination? Black woman, black church. Y'all play with the church if you want to. Church and God, 2 different things. Huh? Like I said, when I found out I had cancer, I had a serious prayer with God. See, I don't play with God. I talk to God the same way I talk to you and I ask you for that dollar. Huh? I had to go wash my hands and clean up and all that kind of stuff. Because them is pimp prayers. Oh, God, I love the, oh, God, you know I don't, you heard my mama talk all that stuff. She dead. Didn't work for her. So when I found I had cancer on this farm, I just go out and say, hey, champ, they got me. And the guy, there's a lot of niggas that deserve cancer, but I am not one of them. I know you're busy. I know you got a whole university here, and every now and then something slips through the crack. But if you want me to give you 12 black folks' names, and if you want something close to the house, I can handle that too. And then after that, I talk to cancer. This is my body. Cancer, I'm giving you 72 hours to get out of here. Huh? That's all. It's my body. Huh? Some of y'all talk nasty and meaner to your children than you talk to a germ or a disease. Huh? 72 hours, that's all. So I get a call from a friend of mine. He started crying. Steve Jaffe, his father invented nuclear medicine, Cedars-Sinai, one of the most expensive hospitals in the world. His father's retired now. Richard Jaffe, he said, I showed him your report, and he just cried. He said, that's less than 3 months. So we said, why don't you come on out? Well, we good friends went out, They gave me all these tests, right? And you see, when you walk in like you wealthy, you don't have to pay up front. Don't walk in all sad. Oh, Lord. I just walked in and see the sign. I ain't nobody ever done rich my fault. I just walked in. Hey, where's Steve? Where's Brother Steve? What's going on? Hey, how are you doing? And your white folks love to do that. So they give me all these tests. Nuclear. The bill came to my house, $1.5 million. You know white folks don't play fair. My wife said, how you going to pay for that? I said, I'm not. Let them repossess it. Before the 72 hours up, a white dude called me. Said, Dick, I heard on the radio you have that's the worst type of cancer you can have. Said, there's some water in El Salvador that I can take you up there and you get 5 injections and it's over. Hey, because what the doctor was telling me, he said, we got to check out 2 of your ribs. I said, Doc, when you said ribs and wasn't talking about the barbecue hut, I wasn't even thinking about you. I went up there and got 5 injections, Went back to Cedars-Sinai. You're one of the most brilliant minds in the world, Keith Black, neurologist, brother, come from all over the world. He started crying. He said, I don't know where you've been, but we need to close this hospital down and follow you. That's all you have to do. Stop worrying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know each other. If you die, don't let her know it. Just hide someplace. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Because once you die, mama, all the family come. Niggas you ain't even see you gonna come to the funeral. Don't even give them that privilege. Just go somewhere and just hide. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. And learn how smart these sisters are. Huh? Boy, let me tell you. I didn't know how smart my wife was too. Kobe Bryant, remember that white woman accused him of raping her? He went and bought his wife a $4 million diamond. Did y'all see that? Let me tell you, if a white woman tonight accused me of raping her and I go buy Lil a $4 million diamond ring, she'll go get 2 more white women. Because she know where that ring came from. There's a matching necklace and bracelet. You know what I'm saying? And this whole thing, the whole planet done changed. It's been a mind shift, huh? A paradigm shift, huh? And if y'all can be back in that old stuff if you want, that don't mean nothing. And you stop lying to these children. You be lying to them, don't even know you're lying to them. That's why I don't hang out with no old folks. I don't even. Some old folks the other day talking, I sure wish we could get back to the good old days. Well, look like they're coming back. Keep hearing talk about that depression and look like they coming back. I'm 76 years old. The only thing good about the good old days was they left. We were so poor and hungry and raggedy when I was a child. The best day we had in the house was Halloween. That's the day you could wear your natural clothes. And everybody thought you was dressed for the occasion. Ooh, look at Richard, got on shoes, look just like feet. And they got y'all stupid enough to believe that young children today is dumber today than we were, and you fall for that crap. Huh? You fall for that crap. My 5-year-old grandson, huh, just had another little brother. My son, his wife, and 2 midwives at home. 5 years old. He's in the room with him when the head came out. He touched it. Tell me about this. Huh? Yes. You know what? That boy will always have respect for life and women. We don't see what you go through. Huh? We just rip off a piece of booty and out of that comes something. Well, we don't feel your pain. He saw it. Huh? He understands life. Huh? That's where they're coming from. Huh? And these white children, they're out the box. Have you ever bit your tongue? You know how bad that hurt? They stick their tongue out and run 5 screws through it, and they're not taking painkiller. And anytime you start inflicting pain on yourself, that's God saying to the older folks, you next. Right now, I got so much respect for your ignorant ass, I can't hit you, so I beat up myself. But one day that'll stop, and it's just about ready to stop. Huh? That's what this is about. When I was a little boy, if you saw a tattoo, you was in the presence of a felon. Huh? My oldest daughter got 2 PhDs from the London School of Economics. Me and my old lady flew over there, and you got these white girls getting their 3rd and 4th doctor's degree. Some of them got their head shaved slick. Some got their hair dyed blue, purple, orange, green. Huh? My wife said, what do you think that's about? And tattoos up to their eyeballs. In 1933, when the Japanese invaded China, that's why the Chinese hate the Japanese, that bad blood. And when they went over that border, they didn't go to kill the Chinese leader. They say, find every young man with a tattoo and blow their brains out, because tattoo represents revolution. And that's what you see when you go downtown. So the best place you can go and see these white folk walking around with all them tattoos all over them. And when they get them, they don't take painkiller. Huh? So y'all sit here and don't be ready. You see that fire coming. Huh? You see, white folks are different from us. They 300 years of white privilege. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Last Christmas. Biggest news in the whole world. But little dudes went out there to the zoo in San Francisco. Huh? Remember that? And that tiger jumped over there. I wasn't worried about that. I'm just thinking about how messed up your life have to be. You must didn't get nothing for Christmas to go to the zoo. I mean, you didn't have nothing under the tree. But I found out something about tigers and them animals. Did y'all see that boy threw that bottle at one of them? And when he leaped over, there was 20 people. He went right to the one that threw the bottle and killed him. No, it's different. White folks and black folks. Big difference. White folks be on TV talking about Cialis. You ever see those commercials? Little children see them too. Comes in your living room. Huh? Tell you about try Cialis. And if you get a 4-hour erection, go to the emergency room. Hey, where I come from, a 4-hour erection is a treat. Yeah? You run down and tip the pharmacist. Huh? You know what I'm saying? So I come home one day, my little 6-year-old grandson said, "Granddaddy, what's an erection?" He saw it on TV. I said, "Go ask your grandmother." She came back with a little smile on her face. I said, "What did she tell you?" She said, "She'll tell me later, but meanwhile, I'll tell you, she hasn't seen one of them things around the house in about 5 years." Don't mess with the sister, right? Please. Brother Obama, Lord, what a... When you get home, this Thanksgiving, bring all the family around and look at one another. And you see Obama. Looks just like you. Do you really know what happened with it? Forgetting about him being president. Huh? They're going to cut him a new booty hole. Forget that. We've already won. Huh? Think about it. Never again can we say to the little child, one day you can be president. That's wiped out. Huh? Wiped out. Huh? Gone. Huh? With no guns. Gone. And the people who suffered the most, the biggest loss wasn't Republican, was Negro athletes and Negro entertainers, because white folks don't have to act like they're the greatest thing in the history of the planet. Huh? You can't look like O.J. Simpson, huh? Huh? You can't look like Muhammad Ali. But you can look like Obama, because your qualification is not getting out on the track outrunning God, or getting on the basketball field and out shooting Jesus, or getting on a football field and outrun. No, that day's over. Huh? And they realize they have messed up. I'm so busy looking at the OJs, and the white people be talking about the OJ look back there. Have you ever been going through the airport when OJ come through? You miss your, they white folks love him. Juice, you know. And then when they get away, this is a murderer. Well, you sure wasn't no murder at the airport when I missed my flight because y'all jammed it, you know what I'm saying? Did you see the chase on the highway? Did you see all them white folks on the viaduct saying, go with the signs, huh? Did you ask yourself, how did they know he was coming this way? And where them signs come from? It wasn't one, hundreds. Go, Juice, go. You my man, baby, huh? And you saw the chase? Them cop cars wasn't trying to catch him. And when I asked a friend of mine, I said, man, go down to L.A. and check that. He found out they shut that highway down an hour and a half for the chase. Huh? Huh? It's the games they play. Huh? The whole And so when you think about Obama, white woman said, you think they'll kill him? I said, y'all kill Jesus. And then add insult to injury to Jesus, they gave them thugs a choice. The Romans. See, the Romans had legions. You know, heard that word, legions. That's them 6'3", blonde, blue-eyed, nice-looking white boys. See, when the white boy, nice-looking, come to kill you, you in trouble because he got something to live for. Ugly dude, you don't worry about that. You don't care if he get back home to his old lady or not, and she don't care neither. You know what I'm saying? And they said, we talked to Jesus. These are the Romans. 6,000 miles they came to kill him. We talked to him. We like him. So we said, we're going to give y'all one more chance. The 2 thieves. Pick the one you want us to spare. And they picked the murderer. Huh? You hear me? So these are games. So why wouldn't they kill him? Huh? You should have known we were going to have a black president when you saw 4 movies that Hollywood made where black men was president. They was telling you something, huh? And then that TV series, was it 24? Yeah. He was, did they kill him? Secretary of State, better watch Hillary. And the only thing you can do is when you get there, is just act colored. They can't deal with that. You know? If that would have been me got elected last week, I'd have made all y'all mad. Huh? I wouldn't have I'd announced there'll be nobody in my cabinet but Negroes. White need not apply. And those of you do apply, you can't be educated, you can't know how to read, you can't know how to write. I want dumb, ignorant niggas. Why? Because if these white boys with all these PhDs and mess this country up, like, let me try something else. So my cousin in St. Louis, he can't read, he can't write. Jabbo Jones. You are Secretary of Defense, Jabbo. And I can see them white boys on 60 Minutes. You saw Obama on 60 Minutes. Now that you're secretary, what you plan on doing about defense? I'm going to fix it, then paint it. They say, well, Obama becoming president, do that mean y'all have arrived? No. Huh? I hear you. No, you don't have to tell them. Okay? No, wait. They got a right to sleep if they want to. See, black folks, there's different degrees. When I think about all the black folks, how many of y'all have read the Willie Lynch letter? How many of y'all know that Willie Lynch letter is a trick? That's 1960 lingo. White folks didn't talk like that 300 years ago. So you black folks, some of you hip on this, some of you hip on that, and all of you confused. Black folks is like a bunch of crabs, what they say, in a pot of hot water. Once one gets to the top, what happened? That's not the black folks, that's the hot water. Make them act like that. Don't blame that on me, nigga. Cool the water down tonight. Go out there where crabs hang out. They ain't pulling on one another. But they got you believe that's our blackness and y'all suck enough to fall for it. Huh? It's a game. It's a game. Obama go to New York tonight. He ain't gonna get no cab. Huh? Let me tell you. Here's the president-elect. I don't even like that. He's a president. That's white folks. Elect. He's my president. He's standing on the corner. We can stage this. We can put on the corner. We can go and get us a murdering, Jack the Ripper white boy out of jail tonight and bring him and put him on that same corner, and them cab drivers will run over Obama trying to get to that white boy. And I wonder how much blame can we put on white? I put all of it on. But remember, New York had a black mayor. And it ain't easy to make white folks and cab drivers behave. Just as we got some decoy cops out here, you pass by anybody, you'll never get licensed to drive a cab in New York. That stops overnight. You don't need no. And if I was Obama, I would do mine different. I would go to New York, walk on the corners with a sign, I don't want no cab right now. I just want to talk to the cab drivers. And I get CBS, NBC, all the big commercials. I said, I want you to drive for the next 2 miles and see them tanks on the corner. And I said, don't worry about no white folks assassinating me. Because soon when they told me I was the president, I was saying, I want y'all to know one thing. I own the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and I own all the guns. I wish somebody would shoot at me. I'll wipe out that whole town. Now, what does that mean? That means everybody in Chicago got to be on the lookout because they know I'll kill them. I had no trouble getting a cab. I said, I want you cab drivers to watch these TVs for the next 2 days and look at them tanks. And I wish one of you would pass by me when them tanks got through. They wouldn't even be able to identify who you was. That ends that. It's a game. But think about what happened. The 3 most powerful forces in the history of the universe. God, Jesus, if you're a Christian, if you're not, whoever. And whoever's the president of the United States. It's the most powerful country ever existed in the history of the planet. So the 3 most powerful powers that ever exist. God, Jesus, and the president of the United States. God, you ain't never seen. Jesus is dead. There's only one left. That's him. That's what happened the other day. That's what happened the other day. And when you walk down the street, they see the president. I got to just apologize to them redneck, nigger-hating crackers in Mississippi, them Ku Klux Klan. No. They saw something that I didn't see. Why? Because as nasty as they was, they had some Negroes that they loved. This is my nigger. Don't you mess with him, They knew how smart you was. They said one thing, but I'm with you. I see you take nothing and make something out of it. I see after I put you through all this stuff, Christmas, I walk outside, y'all happy in the tent. And that redneck, nigger-hating cracker knew something. By God, if you let them vote, they'll be president. He knew how smart you were. The president of AT&T and Harvard and Yale, they didn't know. But them boys, that's why they blew up your church. That's why they killed folks. Because they knew if you got the right to vote. They knew that. The game. And the brother, I don't know, the nigga don't get tired. You ever seen him? He ain't no bags on his eyes. He just get up every morning like he just got out of a box. Somewhere, the games. And he really didn't. All he had to do was overcome racism, because McCain wasn't that. Okay, that's the ugliest white boy. The first time I seen him, I said, now if he's not dead, he's a very sick man. And you know how silly white folks are? They say, he's a war hero. You know that. How can you be a hero when you got caught? Man, you ain't, them old John Wayne movies. They be, John Wayne be shot, he kill him coming up there. That's a hero. You know what I'm saying? My cousin was a hero. The enemy was throwing stuff up the mountain, he'd pick it up and throw it back. The boy got caught. But them Koreans, stayed there 5 years. And they let the American soldiers celebrate Christmas, you know, little stuff like that. Now, you know Koreans eat dog. You know that. Huh? Why you at? You didn't know that? Hey, you know they eat dog. You grabbing your head and all that kind of stuff. You eat hamburger, you don't know what's in it. All I'm trying to say, if Korean loved dog and he was there 5 years, you know that white boy needs some dog. Huh? Said he'd have been president, dogs would be missing around the world. I'm a hero. I was in the army 3 days. And a soldier, ain't nothing no worse than a soldier. They come back, the government won't take care of them, so they're going to be mad at you. Beat up their old lady, terrorize the neighborhood. You went over there and got crazy in the war. And I listen to my little boy, I just hate listening to all them old World War II war stories. Yes, I was in Bataan, and the Red Cross gave me this little Bible. You see them little Bibles the soldiers walk around with. And I had it in my chest pocket. And I heard something hit me, and that bullet hit me. And it hit my Bible. You heard them say? And if it wasn't for that Bible, that bullet would have gone clean through me. I've been in the army. I was in the army through that, so I tell my war story. Well, I never left the country, so I can't say Japan. See, when I was in the military and I was in this whole house, you wait a minute, sister, you hip to hurricanes, right? And tornadoes. You know, two things a hurricane tornado don't mess with: a whole house and a bank. They'll tear a church down, they'll tear a school down, they tear they tear nuns' homes down. You ever read the paper where the First National Bank disappeared? If we had a hurricane or late right now, y'all be running to the church, and I've been in the church all my life. I'm going to the whole house or to the bank. You ever see it in the paper saying the woman said, she said, oh, my panties was just blowing? No. I saw money blowing. No. Stay whole and you come on up here, don't you, son? I've been yelling and hollering all night. He didn't move. I told you they hip. Didn't I tell you they hip? He come up here, he didn't see nothing. He went on back. You didn't see, oh, they hip? He just went on. So I tell my war stories. I said I met this machine gunner. You ever see them big long machine gun bullets? What'd you say? 50 cal. Yeah, man, you know. So my story is I had 4 50 cal bullets in my pocket here. Then I was in Chicago, and the Shriners was having a convention. They was up on the 38th floor of the hill, and mad and fighting and throwing at one another. And this one boy picked up this Bible and threw it, and the guy ducked, and that Bible hit that window and come 37 floors down and hit me in the chest. Had it not been for that bullet, that Bible would have gone clean through me. They put me out the 3rd day. See, I was in right before the Army integrated. That's a hell of a thing, you know. If my father would have been killed by a German in World War II, the day that German can come to my daddy's country and live and work with my daddy's boy, and we tolerate that, huh? With no shame. So the 3rd day, this white captain talking to 50,000 of us. All right, if you troopers, if you ever get caught by the enemy, give up nothing but name, rank, and seal number. Y'all understand it? 50,000. Yeah, baby, we understand. And you know how bad it feels? You the only one out of 50,000 don't understand. I raised my hand. He said, what's wrong with you, trooper? You stupid? I said, I guess I am. And when y'all be talking to white folks, y'all be trying to act all intelligent. They not, just talk to them. I said, Captain, did you say if you get captured by enemy, you ain't supposed to give up number? Name right and still. That's what I said. Do you know what dog tags are? They have name, rank, and serial number, right? Which means the enemy could get that much information if he was dead, right? I said, no, y'all got to give me something to negotiate with. Look, man, if I'm fighting you, trying to kill you, and you capture me, and I can't tell you no more, and you get, if I was dead, why you gonna keep me for 5 years? He said, you talk like a traitor. I said, I might be. But I tell you what, this is my 3rd day in the Army, and you write to the Pentagon now and put on my records, if Dick Gregory ever get caught, y'all change all your used-to-be secrets. That's right. Because there's something about a guy pulling my fingernails off and sticking pins in my eyeballs and pouring hot water down my back. I tell him where my mama is. And if mama don't understand, she'll understand when that hot water hit her back. And then you got to be cool. Y'all got all stiff and all uptight and all crazy. Be cool. So while I'm waiting for my military papers to come to throw me out the military, they say, well, we have an assignment for you. Me, I thought I was out. Say, we've been told by the Pentagon to integrate the chaplains. The church is mean, ain't it? Do you know when Pope John II, the Polish Pope, when he became Pope, 1.5 million white folk quit the Catholic Church? Huh? Cesspool of hatred. Huh? But you just as bad, you got a gun and a Bible in the same house. Huh? Most y'all be for capital punishment. How can you be for something that don't apply to nobody but you? How can you cry over the crucifixion of Christ but be for capital punishment? Don't you know Christ was killed by the state? He wasn't mugged to death or run down by some drunken chariot driver. You know, on Easter, I don't be around none of y'all on Easter Sunday. Were you there when they crucified the Lord? That's such a cheap song to sing 2,000 years later. You wasn't there then, and I'm sure you wouldn't be there now. Were you there? Do you know if Jesus Christ came back to America today and bugged the wrong people, they'd give him an electric chair? Then all us Christians, we walk around with big chairs around our neck. Were you there? How do you make the sign of the chair? And you know, if my little trifling cousin came here tonight and went to the Hilton Hotel and killed 12 white folks, you know he gonna get the electric chair. But if Prince Charles's little drugged out son came here and killed 42 white folks, you know he's not gonna get the electric chair. How can you black folk be for something that just pertains to you and poor folks like you? Are you crazy? Huh? You know damn good and well, Rockefeller, you know damn good and well when these big corporations get caught, they pay and don't have to admit they done nothing wrong. Huh? One day when you white folks realize, you black folks realize, it's not your fault. Way back then, they taught black folks to accept injustice. And once you accept injustice, you become unjust. Huh? So most of you sitting with a black face but with a white mind, talk a bunch of stuff, ball up your fist and go through all them changes, you know. I live on this big old farm. I do not live in the ghetto. I'll come die for you in the ghetto. I ain't gonna hide from it. I don't have no bodyguards. I'm listed in the phone book, but I am not living in the ghetto. I come down 2 weeks ago. I'm in St. Louis, you know, trying to be a brother. Saw the brothers on the corner. My man, they put them both up, nigga. This is a stick up. This is a filthy nation. And when you live around filth, you become filthy. That's where you go anywhere in the world and let your children go and kill people for this white thug. But when a cop gun your mama down, the same gun don't come back home. What kind of fool is you? How can anybody respect you? You black men, the baddest things on the planet, as long as you killing somebody else. Huh? Cop blew your mama away, your daddy away. That 92-year-old black woman they said they killed down in the land, said she was a drug pusher. Had a black man, a black police chief, and that can happen, huh? Huh? So I hope we'll let this Obama thing just sit down and settle in and change something in here. Huh? Oh, my mother, what a beautiful lady she was. She didn't like homosexuals. But she knew the choir director in Antioch Baptist was gay. These niggas pick and choose what gays they like. She knew the music director at Reverend Gully's church was gay. I'm a 5-year-old boy. I didn't know what they was talking about. She said, you know, so-and-so's gay. What did gay mean to a 5-year-old? Gay 90s. You know, so-and-so's funny. I heard that all my life. And then one day I'm in gym and the teacher said, Gregory, what you want to be when you go up? I said, I want to be gay and funny. When I saw that nigga opening up his belt, you should have seen me get out of there. I didn't know. And I don't have no problem. But my mama didn't know. She reading King James Version of the Bible. It didn't say God's version, did it? Huh? It didn't say Jesus' version, did it? Huh? It didn't say Christianity's version, did it? It said King James Version. She didn't even know King James was King of England. And he was such a strange homosexual. He hated women so bad, he killed his mama. And his lover was Lord Buckingham, who Buckingham Palace is named after. Y'all crazy? How can you have the document and then be against homosexuality? Huh? These are games. And once you get back to wisdom, you got to be careful because you wake up in the morning, you don't know where this thing is going. You know? This brother is a friend of my cousin, really hip. He said to his lady, they were smart, me and you won't get married, but we ain't gonna give these white folks our money. You know, we don't spend no $100,000 for a wedding. You know what I'm talking about? She said, we're gonna take that and put the down payment for a house. You know what I'm saying? To the bridal suite in Jamaica for the weekend. $6,000. She said, no, we just gonna tell them we're going to Jamaica. And we're not gonna answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? We're going to the justice of the peace and get married. And they did. Now to show you how the universe works, while they there getting married, there's a brother on death row that done killed 12 white folks and escaped from jail. He's been in jail 27 years. On death row, case working his way up, you know. And so out of all the places for this brother to end up, out of all the places, he ended up in their house, their new house. He there. See how the universe works? He there. And him and they're just so in love. He opened the door and pick her up and carry her over the, you know, the threshold. Ain't too many sisters you can carry. I can carry you over, but ain't too many sisters you can carry. I think that's how I got my hernia. Come on, baby, jump on. Oh. So they walk in, they're just so in love. And my man jumped on with that gun. I said, do not make me kill y'all. See, I've been in jail 27 years. I killed 12 white folks. I ain't had no good food, and I ain't had no real sex. I know they gonna catch me, but I'm gonna get both of them before I go back. Don't make me kill y'all. So he took the dude and set him in a chair and tied him down in a chair. Took the sister and put her across the bed and tied her down and looked like he was kissing her in the ear. Then he got up and left. My man scooted that chair all the way over there. And he said, dear, I know I love you and you love me. That's not the doubt. We'll be together forever. But you heard what he said. He said, he been in jail 27 years. He ain't had no good meal, had no good sex, and he gonna get both of them before he go back. So when he come back, I just want you just to, just act like you love him. And so she said, what do you mean? What make you think he loved me? He said, I saw him kissing you in your ear. He said, no, he was telling me how pretty he thought you was. And asked me where was the Vaseline. No, he'd be back. Don't you feel bad now? All you got to do is just, when y'all leave here, drop all that old craziness. Huh? It ain't got you nowhere. I just went in the white neighborhood 4 days ago. This the police pulled up and said, you live here? I said, no. I said, what you doing? I'm just watching my folks getting put out. Cop said, you have been put out. I lost my house when things was good. And you know the biggest problem, Governor, is the stress. White folk buying guns. Y'all see that? Washington Post. The last 18 months, gun and ammunition sales have gone up 18%. Now, if y'all want to have some fun, go back and look what happened during the riots of the 60s. White folk went out and bought guns. Took their wife and their children out to the rifle range and taught them how to shoot. Because they thought I was coming out there. They don't understand because they don't know black folks. I was making a ghetto jailbreak. I wasn't trying to get to no suburb. I'm trying to get out of here. You know, like me and you in jail, and we break out of jail. We ain't going to the warden's house, man. We're going to Kansas City and look for her. You know what I mean? Them white folks out there, they showed them on TV at the rifle range. Got little children. Pow, pow. Look at the homicide rate in the 60s. Taught this lady how to shoot. He been dogging ever since they've been married. She just go on with it. I'm going on with it because I got to get the children through college. What a awful jive waste of God's humanity. Huh? So he taught her how to shoot. Them niggas come here while I'm gonna blow them away. Then he come home one night and she asked him about that lipstick on her shirt. And he smacking, she go get that gun and blow him away. So when y'all see him buying these guns, just keep your mouth shut. Just. You see her going to the rifle range, you just say, and maybe we'll see this country get its priorities straight. One football team, we'll count them all, one football team. University of Texas has $100 million budget per year for football. Huh? You hear me? $100 million per year for football. He loves football. On Super Bowl Sunday, more white women get killed on that day than any other day of the year. Super Bowl Sunday. And on Super Bowl Monday, more white boys take off from work. Well, it won't be true this time because he ain't got no job now. So, the boy is armed. Don't worry about it. He racial thing. He's just mad, angry. 300 years of white privilege. He thought that meant something. Now that white dudes work on my staff, and I tell them, but you got 300 years of white people. Say, oh no, not us. I say, light complected black folk got privilege, boy. Huh? Don't tell me about it. That's why I tell them you can't think for me. Y'all think from 300 years of white privilege. Huh? You saw the dude that got killed, they said killed a cop here in Maryland, and the cops went in the cell and killed him. They didn't even have to look for no escape out. That's 300 years of white privilege. Huh? And they got caught on this election. So who we got to thank for Obama? A brother y'all probably never heard of, most of you. Jimmy Lee Jackson. Huh? He was killed by a state trooper in Alabama when nobody had heard of Selma. Hey, Keith, where's Keith? Keith, where are you? What year was that they killed Jimmy Lee? 64? And the voting rights bill was 65. Let me tell you, they was marching from Marion, Alabama, to Selma to protest cops beating up some women when they were just trying to register to vote. That's all. And we got there 30 minutes after they shot up, beat up 30-something people. But Jimmy Lee Jackson died 3 days later. Now hear this, so you know how the universe works. The Edmund Pettus Bridge, John Lewis, that never would have happened had they not killed Jimmy Lee Jackson. And when they went down there and organized that march from Selma to Montgomery, that was over his death. And out of that came a voting rights bill. Huh? And had it not been for that, Obama, so Jimmy Lee's death. Huh? And sometimes you have to die. Sometimes women die giving birth, but the child lives. Huh? Sometimes you have to die to create life. And the second person we thank, then after that we put everybody else in. The second person we thank, George Bush. Huh? See, if you understand the universe and stop trying to understand white folks, who would have ever believed that George Bush came from this Bush, came from this Bush? This one that's in now, this one is his grandfather. Huh? Prescott Bush. Not only did he love Hitler, he helped finance him. Huh? Then he produced this boy that produced this boy, and this one that carried himself in such a way, he made white folks so mad and scared they forgot they wasn't supposed to vote for a brother. They went out and said, anything is better than that. Ah! So thank you, George. People be mad at him. The boy's so dumb. During September the 11th, all presidents are told if there's a disaster and you're not at the White House, run, get on Air Force One. You remember they couldn't find him for 3 hours? He forgot the flight number. And that old dumb thing, what's his name? Palin. They keep talking about a beauty queen. Yeah, all white folk got bad eyes. Every time a white woman get killed, they talk about the beautiful. What's that old woman do all the more shows on the murder? What's her name on the? Who? Nancy Gray. Nancy Gray. Oh, she's talking about the beautiful. I said, have a white boy ever killed an ugly white woman? Or do they get pretty after they dead? Then they talk about she's so pretty and she's so smart. I know a girlfriend of mine went to school with her. So she's so dumb when she's in college, she stole a car and kept paying the notes. Hey, you two brothers, come up and show you something. Come here. I want y'all to see something. hold this up good so they can see it in the back. Can you see that? Huh? No, just him by yourself. Just by yourself. Hold up. I got another one for you. Hold that up so you can see it in the back. See both of them? No. I told you about them damn emotions. Make sure, let everybody in the room see it now so they can, let them see it over here. It's the same picture, except that back you're looking at is not outside no more, it's in your head. Them scars, them webs is not on your back. He won't hit you no more. It's in your head. Huh? Both of them is the same. Huh? Did you ever think when we got the first black president, he wouldn't have a slave name? Huh? Think about that. I ran for president, I went, Gregory, that's a white boy's name. He got a name that ain't a slave name. Huh? They don't know how to deal with him. He ain't got no slave genes. Huh? His mama didn't have no slave genes. So they got something different in that White House. You see it, don't you? So now what we got to do is remove this out of our heads. Huh? That's all. Thank you. Huh? That's what we got to do. Somewhere. They're going to keep changing the rules. They said, I don't know why he stayed in that church so long. Was Jeremiah right? And you know, every time something happens, white folks bring a mic to me quick. So see, they know I have wisdom. So they're trying to be asking me questions to try to get inside my head, and I trick them. I was in London 2 weeks ago, and they said, Mr. Gregory, you're so brilliant. What do you have on your, what are you thinking about now that Obama's the president? I said, well, I'm trying to figure out what happened to albinos after high school. He said, what do you mean? Well, every high school got albino, but then they disappear. Ain't no albinos in here. I'm on airplanes every day. I never seen an albino on a plane. I was in the Army. Wasn't no albinos in the Army. I go all over the world and see no albinos. Where do they go? You ever thought about that? Where do albinos go after high school? You ain't never heard of a woman say the albino raped me, they'd be easy to catch, wouldn't it? So then when they can't handle it, they ask you another question. Well, what's the second thing on your mind? I said, I'm 76 years old. I ain't never seen a baby pigeon. Every pigeon I see full grown, sitting on electric wire. Pigeons been here. Where would they sit before there was electric? Yeah. Somewhere, when you realize who you are, somewhere. I saw this book, couldn't believe it. And especially you young folks, realize can y'all see that? What's that say? All of it, what's it say? These are all the political assassinations. Huh? From Julius Caesar, huh? To JFK. See? Julius Caesar, JFK. And you young folks, if you want to know what a mess we left you, we go back to Julius Caesar, all the way up to now. And 5 people in here, I knew them personally, tell me about the 21st century. Huh? Huh? All the political assassinations from Julius Caesar forward and 5 of them I was friends with. Huh? What a mess. We left young folk to clean up. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, and the 2 Kennedy boys. Huh? In my lifetime, 5. That's not counting the ones they killed that wasn't political assassinations. Huh? Huh? Somewhere when you stop and think, tomorrow, huh? 22nd, huh? November, 1963, JFK. Can y'all see that? Lee Harvey Oswald? Huh? See it? Say this is the gun that he killed the cop, Tibbet. And this is the rifle they say he shot the president with. Are we really stupid enough to believe that when a white boy gets ready to kill the president, he gonna buy the gun mail order from Sears and Roebuck? And when that car turned down Elm Street with a book deposit, huh? That car wasn't supposed to go down Elm Street. They made that decision 30 minutes before he was shot. Huh? How did Lee Harvey Oswald know to get the job on Elm Street 6 weeks before? Now, all y'all can't see this in the back, so I need some, come on, brother. I need somebody y'all trust. No. I want you to look at his body. I want you to look at his body. See the body shadow? Now, can y'all see the body shadow? Going behind the body? See it? See it going back behind the body? Now look at the nose shadow, brother. The nose shadow coming forward. There's a universal God force that made the sun. It can't cast a shadow backwards and forward at the same time. Then if you look close at that picture, the neck don't fit the body. And that's Life magazine that helped them trick that. Huh? And when we found that in our research and cracked it, that's what caused the Kennedy King assassination investigation. Huh? This is what this game is about. Huh? Nobody would suspect them thugs. They so busy looking at black folks in together on some old redneck, and now they're talking about the Ku Klux Klan, talking about, listen. You ever see these little circles they use for a little lynch rope? There was a time they didn't use a small one. They ain't gonna mess with you. It's a game they playing. They doing all this stuff so when they get ready, if they have to take him out, they'll convince everybody that a Klansman did it, huh? And nobody will say, wait a minute, 80% of the people or 90% in the Ku Klux Klan is federal agents. Just like all these cats out here selling drugs, you know how many of them are decoy cops? Huh? This is a game. So somewhere, thank you, brother. Somewhere. White boy asked me the other day in France, aren't you scared? We're going to kill you. If I thought the God I prayed to every day couldn't protect me against filth, I'd be the first one to admit I'm praying to the wrong thing and help y'all pull the trigger. Fear in God. Huh? There's a lot of water out there in that ocean, but it can't sink your ship till it gets inside. Don't let it in here. Huh? You got some bills coming. Christmas look like it ain't going to be bad. So what? You know what I mean? You got grandchildren, children, you can't get them nothing for Christmas. Just go and tell them Santa Claus committed suicide. He'll be here in here. My poor mother, oh, I wish she was here. Y'all could see how nice she was. She didn't know where my daddy was. And she worked hard for our Christmas, 6 of us, all by herself. And it's something about Christmas when you open up them gifts under the tree. There's a little something that runs. You ain't mad at nobody, Brothers and sisters, you don't say to your brother, your gift's better than, you know what I mean? Something just happens. Huh? And when I think now how my mother worked, I had little bitty legs, always talking about her legs was hurting. And then Christmas. And after I opened it up and I saw my brand new shirt with the collar, she got the Woolworth, the 5 and dime. It cost about 20 cents. And now I just bought a shirt at Neiman Marcus on sale the other day for $1,500, down from $3,000. But in Christmas, both them shirts look the same, huh? Until you wash them. Then the one Mama bought me turned black. Buttons disappeared. It's about the size of my baby finger. But I'm saying after she did all of that, with no white man in the room with a gun on her own, she told me a white man named Santa Claus brought that to me. What kind of fools? Huh? That was my mama. Huh? That's the woman that raised me. She know damn well ain't no white man coming in no black neighborhood after midnight. She know that white boy too fat to get down the chimney. And when he get there, he don't get no black soot on him. Huh? And that's what I'm saying. You got to clean up your mind. Santa Claus and St. Nick. St. Nick was a white boy in Europe. Beautiful. Nicholas. And he believed that all the farmers should take 1/10 of their harvest and give it away. And that's why they eventually made him a saint. Santa Claus is a white boy that was a chimney sweeper in London. That's what that story is about. Take the soot out of chimneys. That's why he comes through the chimney. Huh? And they give us all this crap, and we take all this stuff and then run it to our children and wonder, huh? Jesus Christ had 12 disciples, and they knew where Jesus hung out. Wasn't no white folks. Except 11 of his disciples weren't only white, they were English. Where you gonna find names like Peter, Paul, Matthew? 11 of them white, except the nigga that killed Jesus, he an Arab Jew. He Judah. Huh? You laugh if you want, we go along with that crap. Huh? We go along with it. So somewhere we have to take what have just happened and make it personal. Huh? We already won. White folk can never, no longer look at a black person no more and not know that they're looking at the president. Hmm? Hmm? And you don't have to go home and dress up. Hmm? The white boys, they've been clean and all these degrees and stone. Condoleezza Rice, right? No, you can say all. I got a problem with it, but it ain't. I just think a woman that black ain't got no business wearing no rouge. Nothing gonna make her cheeks look red, huh? Like the sun kissed them. My problem I have with her and them, she had more PhDs than the president's whole cabinet. They call her Condi. And she don't see nothing wrong with it. They never called Madeleine Albright Maddie. They never called Janet Reno Janet. They got a soda pop blacker than her. They call Dr. Pepper. And if you go get one tonight, you better ask for it by its full title. You walk in and say, give me a pepper, they give you a chili pepper. Somewhere. So y'all got to get your spirit together, because some awful mess. And all you got to do is just listen. Why did he stay in the church 20 years? So that's what the British press says. Mr. Gregory, what do you think about Obama staying in Jeremiah Church 20 years? Well, I read about $1,500 worth of newspapers every 12 days. And I noticed when the priest got caught ripping off them little boys, I never read where nuns and priests left the Catholic Church. Huh? Whatever y'all say Jeremiah was doing, he wasn't breaking the law. The priest was breaking the law. And nobody left. So why do the rules change when it's my turn? Hillary said, well, I just don't understand why he said, oh, shut up, wench. Hillary, shut up. Your man got caught with that thing in the White House and embarrassed you and your daughter all over the world. You didn't leave. Huh? So why he got to leave? And I know a lot of y'all ain't going to say the white folks what need to be said. You don't have to. Just bring a note to work one day and say, you got scared and you can't talk. Then you don't have to lie to them. You stand around all day. As long as you're doing your work, you're going to pay us. Look at them. And when you get home, talk your ass off. I couldn't wait to get here to tell you what they want. The games. Hold this for me, brother, please. We're going to get out of here in a minute. Stand up, let me see. What's the date on that? I want y'all to hear this so you know what y'all walking in. Not to be scared. So you know what's going on. What paper is that? New York Times. This is a white boy paper. New York Times. Huh? New York Times. Now, what section is that? Business. Now, when look, anything in the business section do not pertain to you. This is white boy. You know, in the old days, they used to have colored need not apply. They should have on here, colored need not read this page. Huh? What's the date on it? Saturday, November the 15th. Huh? The other day. You ever go to the menu and say daily special? You see that? All right, the front page of the New York Times, what's the headline?
Today's special.
Today's special. Huh? What's it say?
In a down economy,
Spam
sales are up.
Spam. White folks is eating spam burgers. I brought me a couple of cans in case I bump into some. Come here, nigga. Take this spam, honky, and enjoy yourself. Huh? Spam. It's the front page of the New York Times. Spam. They working 7 days a week. They doing 200,000 cans a day. I called all my white friends that used to have jobs, and I said, now, I know y'all eating spam. I know you're not going to tell me, but the New York Times said y'all eating spam. And I don't care. Look, they got spam restaurants. What does that say down here? Right there. What's that say?
Johnny's Spam-orama menu.
Yeah, it's been going on for a long time. All day. Come get your spam. Now, what I'm telling them on the radio, I said, now, I know y'all gonna want to make some Spam-orama cheese spam dogs. You know? And I'm gonna tell y'all something that black folks ain't gonna tell you. That government cheese, if your oven can't hit 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, that don't melt. You understand? You understand? And you don't need no refrigerator. It don't spoil. And no self-respecting rat or flea or dog will come anywhere around it. What am I saying? I'm saying there's a mess out here. Forget about when white folks have lived a certain way and they have to reduce down to eating spam. If you can't eat nothing but Spam. You think white folk gonna feed a dog? And if you check tomorrow and you find out that them little animal shelters, they full. The money's gone. See, white folks, when they get ready to, get rid of the dog, they take it to the animal shelter. Like black folks, my cousin in St. Louis got 2 pit bulls. He ain't got no job. He put them damn pit bulls in the car and carried them 60 miles away from St. Louis and let them go. Them dogs beat him back home. He got back there, they was sitting on the porch. And he hoping they don't know because he can't get to his gun. I mean, real white folks. See, the white folks y'all been mad at, y'all, them ain't real white folks. Being white in America ain't a color. It's an attitude. And if you ain't got some big bucks in the bank that you don't need, you can't have the attitude. So y'all be careful when you drive. Not just, black folks too. People got attitudes. You don't know who you yelling at and screaming at. They got a gun, they might be going to commit suicide, they might be going to kill. No, this is serious. Huh? When you get to the point and you played by the rules, huh? You done everything. They got 5,099% white MBAs that's out of work. And Wall Street fixing to fire 70,000 white folks that thought they were safe. Huh? I know they're upset. You can't get no meaner than me. I pass white folks now. I'll get in the tongue. Hey, how you feel? I'm bad. I'm miserable, boss. Let me tell y'all something else. These white folks is not going to tolerate having to eat Spam. And brothers and sisters is in jail eating real food. Watch when they make that turn. Did you hear me? This is not a black country. And don't think you put this boy in the White House. Black folks, I'm talking about all of us. All, if you count all black folks, babies, old folks, one just born, one that'll be dead tonight, it's 12%. And don't you ever think 12% gonna determine what 88% gonna do. Okay, so don't walk around with your booty all up high. How about we put, you ain't put nothing in. Huh? But if your attitude is right, white folks will think you had something to do with it. How you doing? You know, white boys see you, how you doing? Say. And every now and then you got to lie, man. You got to tell them white folks on the job you going to Tokyo for the weekend, your lady skiing. And just don't answer the phone, nigga. Don't tell them you're in Tokyo, the phone ring, and you answer it. Don't answer it. And then get some entrepreneurship going. Don't let nobody embarrass you because you ain't in business. They wouldn't give us the money. Don't act like I'm stupid. Everybody got a business going but me. I couldn't get the money. And when I got the money going, you planted dope on me and made everybody think I was a criminal. Huh? See, like me and you, and we get together and pool our little money together. And I already told you we can get the money without the money because I'm going to teach you how you don't have to pay it back. We just have classes on how you walk into the bank. And stay away from the bank now. I got some trifling cousins in St. Louis went in to rob a bank in St. Louis, and they mugged him. Bank ain't got no money. They was waiting on somebody. They kicked that boy so bad, he called 911. I was here robbing this damn bank, and they hurting me. You know what I'm saying? What paper is this? This is the financial paper. This is the big financial paper here. What paper is that?
Financial Times in London.
What is London?
London, Financial Times.
What day?
Friday, November the 7th, 2008.
November 7th. See this woman here? See that purse she got?
Yeah.
Ain't no big one, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, huge big.
No, not huge.
Okay, what's that footnote? What's that footnote say there? Listen to this, y'all.
Victoria Beckhorn totes a Hermes. What is it? Hermes.
You get the word you don't say.
Hermes Birkin handbag.
Listen to this now. She got a handbag. What else you say?
Which can cost up to $129,000.
A handbag. I'm telling you about real white folks, not them chumps y'all work around. That's fake white. Wait a minute. Wait, he ain't finished. That's what it said.
The leading purveyor of high-quality equestrian and leather goods, yesterday cut its sales growth target, the latest European luxury group to be caught by global consumer spending.
They don't know if they're going to be in business past Christmas. That's how bad this thing is. Huh? See, NBC ain't telling y'all the truth. Huh? NBC is not telling you the truth. They don't know where the money is. Huh? Somebody got it. I had a guy call me from Spain the other day and wanted to know tickets for the inauguration. He gave me $50,000 a piece. I said, come on and get them. I didn't have none, but I'll have some look like tickets by the time he get here. That's right. And this is a friend of mine. Huh? Thank you, bro. And did you see where Senator Boxer put legislation through to make it a federal crime to sell a ticket? I called her. She said, Dick Gregory, they coming here. Dick Gregory, oh, Dick, how are you, Dick? I said, y'all ain't never put a bill through to ban lynching. It ain't a felony to lynch me. A damn ticket? White boy called me on the radio, asked me about it the other day. I said, that's for white folks. I got some cousins that be here. They be selling white folks space. Yeah, well, you $300, you can stay there or just get on out of town. You know. It's a game. But that day, you should take off from work. Huh? This happened one time in the history of the planet. Enjoy it. Don't be around some old grumpy folks that don't like what happened. Huh? Enjoy it. Get up early, it's going to be cold, wrap up, and just go for a walk. And thank you. Huh? Thank you and all the folks that look like you that's dead, that didn't live to see it. You got to see it for them. Huh? You got to see it for them. Huh? This can never happen again. I don't care how many black presidents we get now, we already got one. It ain't nothing new now. That's what we fixing to go through. Huh? And just enjoy it. And don't let nobody make you mad. Be happy. Huh? If somebody tell Rockefeller he broke, if he get upset, I'm taking my money out of his bank. Huh? Somewhere. What a day. Boy, when I think about how many times they could have killed me, and that universal God just let me live to see this. And live to stand in front of you black folks and see something different on your face. Huh? And what y'all need to do is go home and look in the mirror. Not tonight. Look in the mirror until you see what I see. Things come over you that you don't even know they're there. Huh? I remember we was marching one time, and a black state trooper who they thought was white, and he loved me as an entertainer, and he came and told me, he said, man, tomorrow the state troopers going to stay with y'all up to Market Street, and they're going to disappear, and there's 300 rednecks from all across the South. They're going to kill y'all. And I called my wife and said, hey, baby, look like I won't be home no more. Huh? And anytime you get ready to die, you got to tell your lady, your man, you love him. You ain't no but jiving. I ain't got no time to be talking about no love. This cracker fixing to kill me, you know. And hey, baby, it was a good, you know what I'm saying? Now, let me tell you something. I didn't tell the marchers. It's worth dying for. And when we came out, the black cop that they thought was white couldn't believe that I didn't tell them. And we marching. And nobody knows what's going to happen. I see Market Street down there. And when we get to Market Street, state troopers going to fade away. And they faded away, and them rednecks, shotguns, pickaxes, pitchforks, walked across the street. And we kept marching and kept singing. And I'm just waiting for it to happen. I'm the only one in the crowd know that we fixing to die. Hear me. And then all at once, I saw these white folks, a strange look come over their face. Fear. And they backed back and they dropped their guns. And they dropped their pickaxes. And they went across the street and they took off. And I was explaining it to an old black sister that night after we completed our march. And she said, son, you don't know what happened? When you're not scared and you're not angry and you understand God, they saw the Spirit of God coming out of you. That they didn't see Negroes, they didn't see niggers, they didn't see what they thought. They saw the real thing. And that next day when I walked down the street, I saw that. I didn't see your home mortgage. I didn't see your child was murdered in a drive-by shooting. You didn't show that. And don't show it no more. And those of y'all that got pain and all that, drop it. Do you know more people, I'm not talking about black folk, more people in America die from lung cancer, from grief, than smoking cigarettes? That's what killed Coretta, grief. Superman, remember when he died? Huh? Remember when he died? And 18 months later his wife died? And they said, lung cancer, she never smoked. Grief! So go home and spend between now and Thanksgiving. This should really be a good Thanksgiving. Huh? You live to witness something that nobody in the history of the planet have ever seen. With television where the whole world could see it. Huh? Boy, have you got something to be thankful for. And then think about the Indians. Of what they're going through. And when this thing really come down crazy, I'm going up on the Indian reservation because they ain't never had a thermostat to turn up or turn down. And they survived. And then think about all the people on Thanksgiving Day that you don't like and you know don't like you. And ask them to forgive you in your spirit. And then look in the mirror, and you might see the same thing coming out of you them white folks saw coming out of us. Huh? That's what it's about. And just be in love with yourself. Don't be validated by nobody. Huh? Queen Elizabeth made $360 million every 24 hours, just interest on her money. And if Queen Elizabeth was sitting here, and my welfare cousin was sitting here, both of them breathe in the same amount of oxygen because she's the richest white woman on the planet. God don't give her no more oxygen than it gives to the poorest person on the planet. And then when you understand that, then you know who you are. Huh? Huh? Think about that. If 10 million people came in this room right now, we don't get no less oxygen. And if 10 million people were left out, we don't get no more. Let me tell you why I say oxygen. If I didn't feed y'all and kept y'all locked in this room tonight, you wouldn't die. If you didn't have no money tonight, you wouldn't die. If I held my hands on your nose and mouth for 20 minutes, you would die. The most important thing on this planet is oxygen. And my mama never taught me to thank God for oxygen. Thank God for a damn ham hock. Oxygen. And so I say to you tonight, there's some folks outside. They're cooking for y'all. They got books. Let me tell you what's important. What's important. 55% of everybody in America today was not here when King was assassinated. Huh? Huh? 77% of everybody on the planet was not born when King was assassinated. So y'all got to take cards from them folks out there. There's so much history in our blackness. The New York Times is not going to tell you. Huh? They're not going to tell you at all. Somewhere. And so put that smile on your face and keep it there. Go to bed happy. Go to bed knowing that everything's going to be all right. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is remember 13 is a lucky number. Let me hear y'all say that. And the reason white folks say 13 is an unlucky number because it was the 13th Amendment that freed the slaves. So they make that unlucky, and we fall right in line. Hotel ain't got no 13th floor on it because that's the number of the amendment that freed me. Wrap up good. You walk down the street, you see some homeless folks. I saw a homeless woman the other day, 400 pounds. She said, "Mister, can you give me something to get something to eat?" I gave her $20. I said, "Please don't buy no food with that. This is wasting my money." Yeah. And I said, if I was you, I wouldn't stand out here weighing 400 pounds talking about you hungry. I'd rather give you some money. You say you're going to get some crack than say, you know. And here's my last thing I'm going to tell you. Stop going by old folks' home wanting to know if they want you to do anything. That's not a true visit. Just go by to see them. Huh? Just go by. That's a hell of a thing. Every time you come by my house, you come in by to see if I want you to do something. No, can you just sit and talk? Huh? And that's why about 80% of old folks in this country get ripped off by these con men because they lonely. Because you don't talk to them. Huh? And some of them ain't got nothing to talk about. Some of you damn near got to get drunk just to sit with them. They're evil and that. Okay. If nothing else, go back there when you ain't got nothing else to do. So where you going? Say, I just want some exercise and we'll talk to a fool today. And just sit there and listen. Because when they get past that hurt, they got some stuff back there that you ain't never heard. They got some. Now, when that old sister told me there's a lot of water out there in that ocean, but it can't sink your ship till it gets inside, I didn't need no more. So we love you, and just look at all the stuff they're selling out there. If you don't buy it today, you know, just, you know. And put your thought up for Obama. Up. I love you. God bless. Thank you, brother. Peace to you.